Every story you love, every invention that moves you, every idea you wished was yours, all began as nothing. Just a blank page with a blinking cursor, asking a simple question. What do you see? Great ideas start on Mac. Find out more on apple.com/Mac.
This episode is brought to you by Indeed. When your computer breaks, you don't wait for it to magically start working again. You fix the problem. So why wait to hire the people your company desperately needs? Use Indeed's sponsored jobs to hire top talent fast. And even better, you only pay for results. There's no need to wait. Speed up your hiring with a $75 sponsored job credit at Indeed.com/podcast. Terms and conditions apply.
How did the four elderly ladies prevent her from taking off?
They didn't physically do it.
I have this vision of them as the Powerpuff Girls, you know?
This is the plaintiff, Bjorn Yulin. He says he was walking in New York City, minding his own business, crossing the street on the green light, and then bam, he saw stars. When he came to, a bike and the defendant were on top of him. He was bleeding from his eyebrow. An ambulance took him to the hospital and he needed to be stitched up. The plaintiff refuses to pay him the $5,000 of expenses and pain and suffering he incurred. And he's suing here and now for the money he is most definitely owed. This is the defendant, Lyndon. She says she had just started out on her bike, made one revolution with her pedal, and then the plaintiff walked right into her. It was like he tried to get hit intentionally by her for some sick, demented reason. He also acted in a very exaggerated, irate manner, and she thinks this is some sort of scam to extort $5,000 out of her. She's accused of peddling into a lawsuit.
All parties, please raise your right hands.
What you are about to witness is real. The participants are not actors. They are actual litigants with a case pending in civil court. Both parties have agreed to drop their claims and have their cases settled here before Judge Marilyn Millian in our forum, the People's Court.
Be seated. Come to order, please. Litigants have been sworn, Your Honor.
Thank you, Douglas.
You're welcome, ma'am.
Okay, Bjorn Yulin.
That's me. Yep.
Okay, you're suing Lyndon. You've asked to be referred to only by your first name.
Yes, please.
For $5,000 in medical costs and pain and suffering as a result of what you say was negligence on her part riding her bike. Okay. Tell me what happened. We have a little sketch up here. Why don't you use that and come on over there?
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And tell me what happened.
It was started out as a beautiful day until it happened.
Okay.
It was around noon time. I was going north on 2nd Avenue.
Okay, so can you take the pedestrian? There's a little person there, right?
Right up top. Yeah, right.
Help him out, will you?
Yeah, right. Yep. Grab one of these.
All right. I was walking up here.
Take the person and put.
person.
There you go. That way I can understand it.
It's on a skateboard.
Oh, okay. All right. Good. All right.
Oh, the person's on a skateboard? We don't have a regular person? What kind of operation are we running here? Okay. I don't see, the good thing for you is I don't see that skateboard, so.
Okay.
All right.
So let me tell you about 2nd Avenue. It's a one-way street.
Okay.
The traffic is going south.
Okay.
So when I'm over here, I see the walking sign over here.
Uh-huh.
So I'm having the green sign, and of course, usually, as you usually do anyway.
Here's the bike. Okay, so you're going to tell me in a second when she comes.
Yes, okay.
All right.
So this traffic is going this way.
Yeah.
So I looked over here, and of course, I always look over there, and so it was free. Now, over here, there are parked cars.
Okay.
Along here.
Okay.
So.
All right.
So I'm coming here and coming out here.
Right.
And this suddenly, bang, explosion.
Here we go. Bang it.
Oh yeah. Okay. So that I didn't know what happened at the time.
Okay.
I said to myself, what happened? So I found out, I guess I blacked out for a few seconds. And then I was down here
Right.
on the in the crosswalk.
It turned out that the biker
on the
hit you?
street. Yeah.
How far? Is it that far? It was that quickly? It wasn't out here. It was right there, like right.
Yeah, right here.
Right past
here.
the truck.
Yeah. So.
And according to you, she's going in that direction, which is contrary to the one way of traffic.
Exactly.
Okay. Go ahead.
So,
you can go back there.
Right back.
Oh. Okay.
So you black out and you come to. How much later do you know, or you don't really know?
Oh, yes, for a few seconds.
A few seconds, and then what?
And then when I woke up, I was on the street with the bike and the bike rider on top of me.
Okay.
And fortunately for me, there was 4 elderly ladies who came to help, and some other people. They.
So they come to help, and what does she say to you?
Well, so she entangled herself from the bike and then lifted the bike up, and so I could.
Okay, and then what does she say to you?
She said that first she started to curse and started to accuse me, and then she said, "Listen, you look okay. You look okay. And can I take off now because I have to go to a funeral? I have an appointment. I'm already late."
Okay, and
So,
you say to her, "I don't think so. Stick around."
I was kind of dizzy.
What ended up happening to you? Did you go to the hospital?
Yeah, I was dizzy.
And what did they do to you? Did you have stitches?
Yeah.
How many stitches?
8.
8 stitches. Do you have your medical records here?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
May I see them?
Yes.
Were the police called?
Yes. Like I said, fortunately for me, there were some elderly ladies who came over to my help. They gave me tissues to stop the bleeding, and they prevented her from taking off.
How did the 4 elderly ladies prevent her from taking off?
They didn't physically do it.
I have this vision of them as the Powerpuff Girls, you know? I can't get it out of my mind. I'm trying so hard. All right. So they're around. They're there. You feel like she's trying to leave. I'll hear your version in a minute. You feel like she's trying to leave. Whatever it is, she didn't leave. And the police come. The ambulance comes. You leave in an ambulance?
I first.
No, please answer what I'm asking. Okay. Do you leave in an ambulance?
Yes.
Okay, and then you end up getting. Show me the medical records. Right. And do you have pictures of your injury?
Absolutely.
Thank you. Let me see those. What happened?
Well, I was. Can I go?
Yeah, come on up and do the same thing, but show me how you say it. No. You go there. Thank you.
This side, okay?
And just hand him the pictures and the evidence I asked.
I actually have a little photo that might make it clearer.
Sure. So he's here, you're here. What happens? How does it happen?
So he's kind of here almost.
Okay.
And there's actually a sign, no parking sign past this. There's a church over here, and I
had the truck that was there. Was it past the point?
There was a van. There was definitely a van. It might have been right at the. Okay. I don't know exactly, but I know it was roughly right around where the parking sign was.
Okay.
I had been coming from the park, walking my bike.
Okay.
There was about 2 cars. I turned, looked both ways. There was no active traffic this way or that way, no pedestrians walking. I walked my bike, turned it around.
What are you doing? This is 15th Street. Why are you going like this? What's that about?
I went straight across pretty much.
Well, that's not what you just did with your hand.
Well, because
why are you out of the crosswalk? Why aren't you here in the crosswalk where everybody can see you going down? Why are you here other than that you can be? Why are you here? Because that's where we have the problem. See, if everybody's in the crosswalk, we see each other. But if you're doing this, then this car that is right at that place that you say is going to block your view because you're riding you have to obey the same.
I'm not riding my bike at that point, Your Honor.
Well, then you're jaywalking your bike. What exactly are you saying you did? You went like this, then you went like this. Either way, you're not in the crosswalk, so you're walking your bike.
I walked my bike
in the middle of the road. Okay.
Okay, and I turned my bike and I got on it. I made one full revolution, and before it was at the crosswalk, he came out here. It wasn't at the crosswalk.
What is your defense that he was this side of the crosswalk?
That he just came out of nowhere. And I'm actually not joking. He came out of nowhere.
But you see how funny everybody else thinks that sounds,
That's
right?
great.
Because if you're in the crosswalk or if you're obeying the rules of the road like bikes have to do, okay, you're not even obeying pedestrian rules. You just placed yourself cutting through at a spot where you're not allowed to cut through. Go ahead, go back. Who's the gentleman with you?
He's my friend who's a lawyer.
Oh, okay.
/ moral support.
Who is uncharacteristically quiet like he needs to be here, right? Yeah. That had to hurt. Okay, talk to me about your pain and suffering claim for $3,100 and something dollars. Do you have any evidence of permanent disfigurement?
Yes, there are scar. There is a little bump over here. There's scar tissue.
Okay. I'm heading over there.
Go ahead.
I gotta take a good look.
Come close. Come close.
Show me. Point to it.
Right here.
Okay.
Scar tissue under here. It's a little bump.
Okay, now take your finger off so I can see it.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I see the bump. How long ago did this happen?
That was April 15.
Okay. Do you have any medical records that say that you're going to be permanently disfigured as opposed to that you're healing?
I spoke to a doctor about it, and
I know. Is your doctor here? No. So I need to have something from your doctor. Nothing?
no.
Okay. I know this had to hurt. Have you ever had stitches?
Yes.
Yeah, they stink.
18 actually in my leg still.
Right. That kind of hurts, right?
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, it does. You bike a lot?
I do. I've been biking for about 7 to 8 years in the city, and I've always practiced safe bike riding.
What does that mean?
That I wear a helmet, I have a bell.
Oh, safe for you.
Safe for everybody, I
We're
would
kind of
say.
worried about the rest of us, though.
I would say that in New York City that is sort of common practice with even city bikes.
Yes, it is very common practice in New York City for bikers to just ride. Like, you want it both ways, and that's where the problem lies. Okay? I think everybody should bike. I think it would be better for the environment, better for everybody's health. Everything would be fabulous. But here's the problem. You have to share the road. You know? You have to share the road. We all have to share the road. Not just cars and people have to share the road with bikers. Bikers have to share the road with cars and people. So you guys have to follow the same rules that cars have to follow. That's how it works. And a pedestrian can't do what you're doing. Walking a bike, you can't do it riding a bike. Everybody has to follow the rules. If in fact, everybody was following the rules, everybody would have been visible to everybody else. You can't ride the wrong way on a one-way street. Let's talk about that. No, you're crossing in the middle of the road and then you're heading the wrong way on a one-way street. What about that?
Welcome back to the People's Court. Harvey Levin here. So does this defendant, this woman, bike rider, have a leg to stand on?
I think the bike rider was wrong
Because?
because the pedestrian always has the right of way.
But it always has a right of way. Is it especially bad because this happened in a crosswalk?
Yeah, I think so, because it's kind of like a safe zone for pedestrians, I feel like, and obviously bike wasn't supposed to be there.
Fair enough. What do you think?
I agree. I think the biker was in the wrong and it was the pedestrians right away.
Fair enough. Going inside the courtroom.
Safe biking involves inconvenience to you too. It doesn't just involve you whizzing through the streets of Manhattan in a very convenient fashion that doesn't involve traffic. It involves you also respecting the rules of the road.
I understand.
Yeah, and this time it ended up hurting someone else. And the man got 8 stitches over that. And there's a little bump there. I see it, I mean, next time it might just be that there's a truck that plows you right over. And then, your family and loved ones are all at your funeral. Be more careful. All right, let me see your medical bills. Did you hand those up? Did you want to say something?
I did, actually, Your Honor. I'm not looking to undermine any of his personal injuries whatsoever, but, I was sort of shocked when I got this summons for $5,000 that he was suing me, and decided to Google him and found a case similar to this where he sued the city of New York for a great sum of money.
Okay.
The facts seem quite similar, and so when I say
the city of New York ran over him with a bike and gave him 8 stitches?
Not with a bike, but with some sort of municipal vehicle, maybe a truck, a bus, and
okay.
He won that case, and for pain and suffering for past and present injuries.
So he's an educated litigant. I guess
Maybe
that's
he's a
your point.
professional plaintiff. I don't know.
Well, I don't know that that makes you a professional plaintiff. And, since we have constitutional access to courts, I'm the last person who's going to punish somebody. I mean, if you were to tell me, oh, they have 10 cases where they've done that, so it's all cooked up, that's one thing. Oh, yeah, 10 cases starts to look, and you're saying he's cooking it up, and what are the odds that 10 times this would have happened? But that's not the facts that we have in this case. The facts that we have in this case are, you don't even dispute them. Look at the pictures, look at the medical reports. He got 8 stitches. So really, if something else also happened to him, that I make this call based on what's in front of me, not on other stuff.
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you get a ticket?
No.
No.
The cops actually took me home in their car.
Did you actually say to him, you look fine to me, can I go?
No.
No. Okay.
I actually handed him his glasses back, helped him get up. There were ladies standing at the crosswalk, still waiting to cross. And I stayed there. I did have to be somewhere, but I stayed there. And I actually was the one that went to the cop car to make sure that they came over to the scene and addressed the situation and made sure an ambulance came. They asked me also as well if I wanted to be taken in the ambulance. I said I was a bit shooken up, but I was fine.
All right. Based on what I'm looking at, the total fees for the hospital and the stitches and the doctor's fees are $1,807. I am ordering you to pay for those medical bills. I am also ordering you to pay an additional $1,000 in pain and suffering for a total judgment in favor of the plaintiff in the amount of $2,807. That's my judgment.
Hold on right there, please.
Well, the defendant tests the he just came out of nowhere defense theory here, and it didn't go well. So what's your feeling on the outcome of this case here?
I guess my feeling on the outcome is that I'm glad that he's able to at least get reimbursed for any sort of medical damages, personal injuries, and guess be careful riding your bike. Make sure you follow the direction of traffic.
Did you ever apologize to the plaintiff?
I did.
Right? Okay.
Absolutely. He was just very kind of hostile towards me.
Hostile, shaken up at the time?
As I was too.
Okay. All right, right around the corner this way.
Thank you.
And thank you. And all right, come on in here and tell me how you feel about the outcome of this case, sir.
Well, I'm disappointed about the award. She only gave me $1,000 for pain and suffering, and she didn't give me anything for facial disfigurement. And quite frankly, I had been told by lawyers I spoke to that if there had been an insurance company involved, they valued it between $15,000 and $20,000.
Mm-hmm. Boy, you've really done your homework on this stuff. You're up to date on what the plaintiff's responsibilities are.
Well, I hope so. And it is my hope that the plaintiff will be a little bit more careful in the future. And
the defendant, you mean?
The defendant, yeah,
okay.
Exactly, and that she don't be so callous.
Harvey?
So the judge asked the defendant in this case whether she got a ticket. Just FYI, even if she got a ticket, it doesn't bind the judge. The judge doesn't have to automatically say that that person is in the wrong because the person got a ticket. The judge hears the case fresh. That will do it for this case. Litigants for the next case on the way into the courtroom right now.
No one should have to choose between their own safety and their pets. But nearly half of domestic abuse survivors delay leaving because they can't bring their pets with them. Purina is helping to create more pet-friendly domestic violence shelters through the Purple Leash Project, so survivors and their pets can escape and heal together. Visit Purina.com/purple to learn more.
I'm always looking for ways to show my cat how much I love her. And with Fancy Feast gems, I can pamper her whenever I want with a savory gravy on top of a gourmet mousse pâté. The pyramid shape makes serving simple, so all I have to do is peel and plate to make mealtime feel extra fancy. And with 2 entrees in every pack, it's easy to turn every day into the extraordinary. Fancy Feast gems.
This is the plaintiff, William Peck. He says he and the defendant were good friends. That is, until the guy screwed him over on tickets to the 2012 Baseball All-Star Game. That's right. He paid his good friend for tickets to the game, the Home Run Derby, access to the All-Star event, And he got bupkis from the guy. He can't tell you how disappointed he was to get so close to a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, only to be let down right before the big game. He's suing for $1,426, every single penny of the amount he's owed. This is the defendant, Edward. He says he worked at Citi Field, home of the 2012 All-Star Game. And as Employee of the Month, he had an opportunity to score some great seats to the big game. He knew the plaintiff was a huge baseball fan and offered him 4 of the 14 tickets he was about to get. Unfortunately, he was fired soon after, and the New York Mets reneged on their deal and took the tickets back. He told the plaintiff about the bad news immediately. He's still waiting for the refund, and he's sorry, but his hands are tied until he gets the check. He's accused of striking out with a friend.
All parties, please raise your right hands.
Welcome back to the People's Court. Next case in the docket, the plaintiff says his good friend screwed him over by not giving him all the tickets and perks to the 2012 All-Star Game. But the defendant says he was fired from the Mets and just couldn't deliver until he got a refund from the team. It's the case of All-Star Wars.
Thank you, Douglas. William Peck, you are suing, okay, you've asked to be referred to as Edward. All right, you are suing Edward for $1,426, the amount that you paid him for tickets to an All-Star Game, as well as interest and inconvenience fees and Western Union fees. Tell me what happened. You two were friends for how long?
I met the defendant about a year prior.
Okay.
When I first met him, he explained to me that he had won tickets to the All-Star Game coming up in the following July, July. I said, great, you know, I'm a great big Met fan. I would love to go. He said, yeah, no problem. You know, when we get out, we'll hook up and we'll go forward with it. Come beginning of June.
When we get out?
Yeah, well, I had met him at St. Christopher's Inn. It's a place in Westchester.
Okay.
We were there together for a few months.
Okay.
Coming the past June, they came by. He gave me a call June 5th to be exact, and explained to me that, are you still interested in those tickets? I can get them, but I need the money right away.
What money was it, for fees?
It's for a voucher for the tickets.
Okay, and how much was the money?
It was like, at first I thought it was cheaper, but it came to $190 per ticket, and he had 4 tickets that he was going to voucher for.
Okay, so you end up giving him how much?
Well, that day, I Western Union him $500. About a week later, he explained to me he needed some more money because the calculations were wrong, and he needed an additional $250.
And you gave him another $250?
Yes.
All right, and this was when, in June?
Well, yes, it was in June.
And
yes.
then when was the All-Star Game supposed to be?
July.
All right, and
July
then when
12th weekend.
So when did you find out that, so keep going, what happens next?
So as June comes along, you know, toward the end of June, he's explaining to me how he's waiting for the tickets. Then come July, you know, come right around the All-Star Game.
Now, this was not just for the game, right?
Yeah, it's not just for the game, no. It was
what else?
It's for the All-Star Weekend. It was for the Home Run Derby, a luncheon with the old-timers, a meet and greet with the old-timers, and food, you know, unlimited food served at the game.
All right, so this is like a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity.
Yeah, absolutely.
So you were very excited.
I was very excited.
And he was doing this for you, why? Because he knew you were a baseball fan. He was able to get 14, and he wanted to know if you wanted 4 of them.
Yes, exactly.
Were you making any money off of this?
No, not at all.
He wasn't making any money.
I could have. The tickets were actually, I'm sorry, the tickets were actually, they say.
Well, you couldn't have, because as we then learned, you got fired, and then they weren't giving you tickets, right?
On eBay, somebody was doing it for $1,200 per ticket.
Right.
I didn't want that.
But what ends up happening? He gives you that money, and then he doesn't get the tickets to the All-Star Game because...
So the defendant's position is basically, you got to wait until I get my refund from the Mets. Does that fly?
I don't know. You should give me money, and maybe we'll see about, you know, how it goes.
That's the thing. I mean, does the plaintiff have to wait until the defendant gets his money back from the Mets?
I don't think so. If you paid for something, you should get what you paid for.
Well, he's not going to get what he paid for. The question is, does he get his money back now, or does he have to wait?
I think he should have to wait until the Mets actually give him the money back.
Why, because you like the Mets?
Yeah, I like the Mets, yeah. Exactly.
That's it. Going inside the courtroom.
Because then I later on got a letter, which I have as well, saying that since I was terminated in 2012 from Citi Field.
And why were you terminated?
I was terminated because where I met Will here, I went into that. It was a rehab. Facilitation.
Okay.
I thought that was more important than anything else, so I was terminated.
Okay.
So later on, they gave me a letter, which I have, stating that they didn't realize I was terminated, which then excludes me from getting these All-Star tickets.
Okay.
I actually gave him an email, he probably has it, of the same letter, and I had no idea what to do. I was, heartbroken myself.
But now all this time has passed, and what he wants is his money back.
100%.
Right. And you're not giving it to him. Why?
I haven't received it, okay? And as I told Will, I tried family and friends, and it didn't happen. I tried every which way. I had
You mean borrowing money?
I was going to borrow money.
To pay him back?
I was, yes. 100%, because he deserves the money back. I'm not saying that. 100%, and I know that. And I felt bad about that. I really did. I felt bad that we couldn't get the tickets, first of all. Then not to give him the money. This went on, and yes, he felt that he was being roped along, but I didn't have the money. They're holding this from me. I still haven't got it. It's now 5 months past. I still haven't got this refund check at all from Citi Field. There's a whole runaround they're giving me.
That's outrageous.
It is outrageous. I agree.
But why is this his problem, though, and not yours?
I didn't say it was his problem.
Well, it has become his problem, hasn't it?
The only problem that it is that it's prolonged because of money. I don't have it. If I had it, I would definitely hand it to him. He definitely deserves
You think that that's a load of manure, correct?
Absolutely.
And why is that?
Absolutely, because I have transcripts that state that he's picking up the vouchers, that he got a refund.
Wait, you have transcripts that state he got a refund. What does that mean?
Well, not exactly transcripts, but I have, evidence that says that he got the refund.
What evidence do you? I have not seen that. What evidence do you have that says he got the refund? Yeah.
Can I say something? I'm sorry. I never received a refund. I was trying to get money elsewhere. Maybe that's the confusion on that. I was trying to get it through my uncle.
You will be paid in full a company check. We have your address and information on file. Right, but I'm just curious. I don't buy his theory that, you got to wait as long as the Mets take or Citi Field takes. But my question to you is, how does that prove he got the refund? It says they're going to send him one. Right?
I guess I was being a little presumptuous with that.
I'll say. All right. But, boy, they promise you the tickets. Then they tell you can't have them because you were terminated. Then, wow, the Mets disappointing fans. Who'd have thunk? Okay, now you were suing not just for that $750 back, but $150 that he promised you for your inconvenience?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, that's
all right. Well, I'm sorry.
Go ahead. Did you promise him $150 bucks?
I'm going to tell him yes. I'm not going to lie. I did say that to him. What I did was my uncle was going to try to help me out, and I felt for the inconvenience because I know that he put his family and that he was going to go.
Okay, but that little settlement offer didn't work out because you didn't pony up the $750, much less an additional $150.
I actually thought I was getting that.
Okay.
I had a family member.
I know. Yeah, you're trying to. I know you're trying to fix it.
I do. I want to. I really do.
I know, but now it's in my hands and I got to fix it. All right. So now the interest. How do you come up with $486 in interest on $750? What loan sharking have you dipped in?
It's actually not loan shark. We did a little research we Googled it, and it said you're in the state of New York, you're able to charge 9%.
Not per month, that per annum, per year. So you divide the 9% by 12 months.
Okay.
Oh. All right, here's how it's going to work. Oh, show me the Western Union bill.
Sure.
I believe that he has to pay you back the $750, just like he believes he has to pay you back the $750. I believe he has to pay you the Western Union bill because it didn't work out, and the only reason you forwarded the money is because he had represented it would work out. I also believe with every fiber of my being that you wanted it to work out. I mean, you're just trying to do him a favor, but that doesn't change the circumstances that you got to pay the guy back. And you're entitled to prejudgment interest, which we'll figure out now. It's certainly not the ridiculous figure you're saying. But that's what you're entitled to, and I have to issue a judgment against you for that amount. You mean you're going to have to pay it, and that's my verdict. My hands are tied on this. It's kind of sad because I know you were trying to do him a favor, but it is what it is. All right, folks. Good luck.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hold on, please.
Well, let's see what the former Citi Field employee has to say about this case as you lose this one.
I knew I owed it to him, and I did want to get it to him. I just didn't have it, and he's entitled to it. But the ridiculous amount of $1,500 was the thing I was really for the interest and everything. But I do owe it to him. But so I'm not too upset. I'm upset, but I'm not upset.
Okay, were you a Met fan
I was
at one
actually
time?
a diehard Met fan, and bad taste right now. Bad taste.
Okay, all right. Head right down this way. All right, come on in here. It looks like you win this case, but you don't get everything you sued for. I don't know where you got the interest thing from, but
well,
at least you get your money back.
It is 9%. It just wasn't per monthly. It wasn't annual. But I mean,
he seems like a decent person. No.
Well, listen, there's a lot more nuance involved in the case than was discussed here.
Give me a nuance. Give me a big nuance that we didn't get.
He had more story than Aesop had fables.
That's pretty nuanced.
You like that?
Harvey?
Okay, simple as this. A third-party obligation to a debtor doesn't excuse the debt or give any justification for delaying in repaying the money that's owed. That will do it for this case. Litigants for the next case on the way into the courtroom right now.
Big news. Sephora is now on Uber Eats. So if you find yourself facing a beauty emergency, like needing a last-minute gift, or you're just out of your favorite mascara, again, don't panic. We got you. Order now and get $10 off on Sephora orders of $50 or more on the Uber Eats app. Order now. Offer ends October 30th. One order per customer. Additional terms apply. See app for availability. Delivery fees may apply.
This is the plaintiff, Cherise Dumais. She says she's in the business of selling virgin Brazilian hair extensions online. And the defendant purchased hair from her website paying via PayPal. The hair was delivered, but she never received payment from PayPal. She doesn't understand what this is all about because the defendant never complained about the hair. She deserves to be paid and is suing the sneaky woman for the $278 she's owed. This is the defendant, Crystal Daniels Allison. She says the hair the plaintiff delivered was not virgin hair like the woman promised. It was a cheap knockoff type that only lasted a month. Real virgin hair lasts a whole year. She has no idea why she's being sued because PayPal took the money out of her account, and she just chalked it up to one of those things. She's accused of causing a hairy situation.
All parties, please raise your right hands.
Welcome back to the People's Court. Next case on the docket, the plaintiff sells virgin Brazilian hair extensions and says the defendant stiffed her, but the defendant says it wasn't virgin hair. It's the case of my hair lost its virginity.
Thank you, Douglas. Cherise Dumais, you are suing Crystal Daniels Allison for $278 that you say she has not paid you for hair that you sold to her. $233 the cost of hair and $45 what?
For a cab to drive me to the postal service to pick up the hair for her so I can give it to her the same day. And I paid expedited shipping.
Okay, all right. So you sold her what online?
I sold her 3 pieces of virgin hair, 120-inch straight hair and 2 22 inches.
Okay, what are pieces of virgin hair?
I have samples here.
Let me see. Okay, what does virgin hair mean? It's not, never been processed?
Yes, it's human hair, 100% human.
What, just human hair, or it's
no,
never
it's
been
never
processed?
been processed.
Right, okay. Is this how it comes?
Yes, and I just like put a little bit more fancy things on it.
Okay, and where does this hair come from? Where do you get it from?
I have some vendors in Brazil. I have some vendors in India.
Okay, and the one that she ordered was from where?
It was from Brazil.
Okay, and so she orders it, and you're going out of town, and you can't ship it in time. She was one of your first customers on this online new business.
Yes,
right?
I had
kind
just
of unprepared for the flow, and
yeah, I had just launched the website, so I gave her a promotional discount code of, I believe it was 10% at the time, and she needed it that day, and I was leaving that day, and I'm like, okay, I'll do a courtesy drop-off since she lives within 10 minutes of me.
Okay.
So I dropped it off to her. I didn't see a problem with it, I waited for the payment to clear. I didn't just...
Okay, and had everything gone fine, that $25 you paid your friend to drive you was just something you'd paid your friend to drive you because you're trying to comply with what she'd already paid to have the hair delivered, right?
Yeah, everything.
And then this other $15 expedited, that's also something that you were going to eat if all this went the way it was supposed to. That was part of your cost of doing business.
That came out of my pocket, but that was supposed to be the 10%, and it was like I just left it as is.
Right, that's how it was supposed to work.
Yeah.
So let's talk about the $233. So you put the hair in her mailbox.
No, I gave it to her in person.
Oh, you gave it to her in person. All right. And does she look at it and say, oh, this is great? What does she say?
She actually said she wanted to color her hair blue.
Say it again?
She wanted to color it blue, and I told her whenever she was ready, I'll give her pointers on how to color it.
Oh, that was just like an aside thing. Okay,
yeah, that's
but did she complain about the quality or anything else?
No.
All right,
not to my
so
knowledge.
what happened here?
Okay. I found the website online.
You found the website, you ordered the hair, what went wrong?
I ordered the hair. I take the hair to the salon, and the salon asked me, the hairstylist asked me, can my hair be flat ironed? And I tell her, yeah, my hair can be flat ironed. She says, where did you order your hair from? I pull out the website and I tell her where I got the hair from.
When she said your hair, did she mean this?
Yeah.
Okay.
I pull out the bundles and she says, where's the package that you got your hair in? I said, I didn't get my hair in a package. I got it in a plastic bag. She said, when you receive, okay, so she said, all right, we're gonna put the hair in your head and let's see if it can flat iron, how it's gonna work. She then put the hair in sewed onto my head and told me that whoever I got the hair from, I should speak to because the hair was bad quality and it was not Brazil. So the only thing I could do, I promised it would last up to a year. The hair didn't even last a month.
Wait, stop. Your stylist told you do you want to put in this hair? And you said yes.
No, she said, let's try it. Let's put it in. Sometimes it looks better.
Yeah, but you clearly can't get a refund once you've cut it up, sewn it, and put it in your hair.
Right.
Right, so you made that call at that moment, which I guess you now regret. You put it in your hair, and who guaranteed it would be in your hair a year?
She did.
When? How? Is it on the website?
On the website.
Can I see it?
The website?
Can I see what you're saying?
Sure.
Do you guarantee on the website that the hair will last a year? Is that what you're saying?
That doesn't say that on my website.
Okay.
All of this is new knowledge to me. I never had a conversation with her about any bad things about the hair, and I've spoken to her up to September.
Yeah, we spoke.
We spoke up to September.
Well, what ends up happening is that you end up, according to you, she ends up charging back to PayPal and telling them she doesn't want to pay for it. She didn't get the product. Somebody falsified the use of her credit card.
Yeah, that's what was told to me before I contacted PayPal. I contacted her first because this hair, whatever she's saying is going wrong with the hair, that was never brought to my knowledge. So I just figured maybe it was a mistake. I don't know. So I contacted her first, and she was saying that there was fraudulent activities done on her account and that her bank is looking over every transaction. And I'm like, okay.
But she wasn't claiming that she had said that about
Yeah, she didn't say that about mine. She said that it was valid.
So the two of you actually call PayPal.
We called PayPal together.
Right.
And then she stated to PayPal that it was a valid transaction. The chargeback came in maybe about 12:30, August 3rd. I woke up to it, so August 4th, I called her, and then I called her online with PayPal. She said it was valid, and they said, okay, so all you have to do is just cancel the chargeback, and then the money be returned back to me.
So she cooperates with you and tries telling PayPal, no, that's a valid charge?
Yeah, I have the messages.
And then what happened? What's wrong with PayPal?
They gave me them, they credited it to me, but then her bank overrid it. I don't know what she was telling her bank. So they pretty much took the money back from me.
Give me the proof that her bank overrode it and took it back out of your account. That's what I need.
Okay.
And I don't understand. What is your defense? I don't have to pay this because it's cheap hair, I never told them not to honor the charge. What are you saying?
Okay.
First of all, did you tell your bank don't honor the charge?
One, yes, I did.
Oh, you did? Oh, that's the first time we've heard that. All right, so...
When I spoke to my bank...
Okay, but so why are you on the phone with her pretending, yeah, valid charge, and then going back to the bank?
I didn't tell... I told her, I spoke to my bank, I spoke to PayPal, and I never received... She said in September, they refunded the money back into my account, but I have my bank statement saying that no money from July to September was ever refunded back into me because the dispute was ongoing. She basically was...
You say you called PayPal before this.
Right.
First, let me understand what the heck you're saying here in court.
Okay.
What are you saying here in court? I already paid for this, and by the way, I shouldn't have had to.
Yes.
Let me see your bank records.
Sure.
We got to get to the bottom of this with PayPal.
Yeah.
You know, it shouldn't be this hard.
Yeah, it shouldn't.
But what was the day of the order?
July 15th.
Court's in recess.
All rise.
So how do you know that hair is really from Brazil?
Honestly, you really don't, because hair is hair. It's all the same.
Is there a difference between Brazilian hair and any other hair?
I don't think so, no.
And why is Brazilian hair more expensive?
Honestly, I don't know, but people pay the price.
Because it sounds stupid.
It does.
Going inside the courtroom.
Let's go over a couple of things. First of all, we now have all of your PayPal accounts. And as is very evident from there, they say that you charged it back. Buyer charged it back. And that they gave you a credit on your PayPal account on September 10th of $233.
Okay, I
understand you say it didn't go into your bank account. I don't know how many accounts you have linked to your PayPal account.
Okay.
I don't know whether you spent it that month. I don't know what happened.
Okay.
But I know that PayPal says they gave you the money back, which means you never paid for the hair. So I'm going to give you these documents, which you should have, and you're going to fix your problem with your PayPal account because this is not my concern. Okay. My concern is I know she didn't get paid, so now we get to step 2, which is should she get paid?
Okay.
And having heard the evidence in this case that you went ahead, you used it, and it's in your hair, and you know, I mean, I just don't see how it is that you're not going to pay for it. Okay. You had a chance to reject it when it was there. She was telling you this is awful hair. You shouldn't put this in your hair. I don't know why she put it in your hair. I don't think it went down like that.
No,
So here's what's going to happen.
Okay.
You're going to pay her. And then if you are telling me, well, Judge, that means I paid twice, then you figure out how PayPal has to owe you $233 like they said they already paid you. So here are your documents. My verdict in this case is for the plaintiff, not in the amount that you're suing for the reasons I discussed before. Those are fees that you were part of your... No, we're not. No, because I'm very tired of this hair. $233 verdict for the plaintiff, and of course your court costs.
All right, ladies, hold on right there, please.
So the plaintiff does win this case. You're the defendant on the losing end. So now what are you going to do? Check with PayPal to see where that money is?
Yes.
Right? Are you sure it didn't go back into your
Yes.
personal or any other accounts? But at least you have the documents now.
Yes.
Why'd you put the hair in there when your expert told you it wasn't up to par? Why'd you do it?
Well, you have to try things out. Sometimes they don't look good, and after you try it out, it might look better. But that wasn't the case.
Mm-hmm. That's pretty cool hair right there.
Thank you.
All right, head right there, down this way with Officer McIntosh. All right, come on in here. You satisfied how this thing comes out?
Somewhat. At least I get paid.
Yeah. What about your reputation as a hair salesperson?
I mean, she's trying to discredit me, but she had several opportunities. We spoke to each other. She never stated anything wrong with the hair. She just kept saying that her bank accounts were identity theft or whatever she was saying.
Mm-hmm. All right, over to Harvey.
Got to give you a warning. Before you stop payment or reverse a charge, make sure you're on solid ground if you cry fraud.
Mint is still $15 a month for premium wireless. And if you haven't made the switch yet, here are 15 reasons why you should. 1, it's $15 a month. 2, seriously, it's $15 a month. 3, no big contracts. 4, I use it. 5, my mom uses it. Are you playing me off? That's what's happening, right? Okay, give it a try at mintmobile.com/switch.
Upfront payment of $45 for 3-month plan, $15 per month equivalent required. New customer offer first 3 months only. Then full price plan options available. Taxes and fees extra. See mintmobile.com.